I taught math subject, our language like the Tagalog, like the Filipinos. Learning is a process.
はい、皆さんこんにちは、なおでございます。ということで今日は CPI の先生にインタビューしてみたので、その様子をご覧いただければと思います。CPI の学校についてはこちらをご覧ください。それでは先生のインタビューご覧ください。どうぞ。はい、ということで CPI の先生にインタビューをしたいと思います。ジェス先生です。Please introduce yourself.
Hello, good morning. My name is Teacher Jess. Okay, that is my English name in CPI.
How long you been working as a teacher?
Actually, like here in CPI, like for almost 4 years, but actually I had experience also working in a private school. Basically, I taught different subjects, but here in CPI, I've been working for almost 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
Okay. You were a teacher before?
As a private school teacher.
So not English teacher?
But sometimes I taught English in the class, but not really like the whole day, like maybe for 1 hour or 2 hours like this. But different grade levels.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of subject did you teach at the time?
I taught math subject, our language like the Tagalog, like the Filipino language. Okay. I also had that one like values education. Okay. Like more on math subjects, and sometimes I taught like English subjects for primary school.
Where are you from, by the way? In Cebu or?
Basically I live in Cebu, but my hometown is in the southern part of Cebu.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Why you wanted to be a teacher?
Well, that's a good question. Actually, when I was young, or like when I was about to study university, like I actually didn't like to be a teacher, but my aunt compelled me to take like education course. But when I graduated university and then I started working as a teacher, at that time I felt like teaching is actually a calling for me, because when I started to teach different levels of the students, like I try to imagine, like I know as an obligation as a teacher you have to teach them, and I think I have to do this to my students. So that's the time I could say like I need to be a teacher. I shouldn't have hated to say like I shouldn't be a teacher. So being passionate enough, like when you handle the kids, so I think teacher's role is actually an important thing to motivate and to teach the students.
So what brought you to be an English teacher here?
In CPI. So basically, like after I worked in a private school, because I know different subjects, right? But here I got interested actually to teach English like different nationalities, because I think I could also help them. So that's a good way also to learn their culture, not just only to impart knowledge, but basically to learn each and everyone.
Okay. Right. Next question. What makes you motivated to be
a teacher?
Yeah.
So when it comes to teaching, I know like different way of teaching actually. So when I started like handling lower level students, like at that time I could really say like I need to be passionate enough. So that's the time like it motivated me to become a teacher, because maybe what I learned when I studied, so I think like it could also help them. So as a teacher actually, like your experience can also motivate your kids or your learners. Yeah, exactly.
Alright, one more. There's a lot of Japanese who wants to study English, but the problem is they're having a hard time to study English. I mean, learn English, because they don't use English in Japan at all.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think is the most important things to learn English for Japanese?
So if that is the question, so I know that's a good question, because I know for students, they really want to communicate, or they're gonna hone their communication skills, right? So I think learning English, not just only like man-to-man class, so it's okay also to learn like online class, right? But if they're staying at home, so I think they can also do a lot of things like watching YouTube, right? Or maybe some video clips, right? So there are some simple words actually. They have to start simple words first, and they have to try to imitate or to follow the word, because I know learning is a continuous process. So they have to start from the basic one until they can have like maybe complicated or complex one. So I think it's a process. Learning is a process.
One last.
Alright.
Do you have any message for Japanese who wants to study English in the Philippines?
In the Philippines?
Yep.
Yeah, I think like if you're gonna stay or study here in CPR in the Philippines, so I think you would also enjoy. I know like some Japanese or you guys would say like it would be difficult for you to study English because of like maybe the communication skills, right? But you don't have to worry about your communication skills. That is why you're gonna study here, because you're gonna hone or improve your communication skills. So all you need to do is just you have to be confident enough. So if you have some questions, teachers are just very willing to help you or maybe guiding you, because like learning is just like a step-by-step process. So from your teacher, because of your teacher, so I think you can learn a lot here, not just only in the Philippines, but I think also in another country, right? So I think that could be a good help when you want to learn English.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Alright, thank you. はい、ということで以上 CPI の先生でした。で、本編を見ていただければ分かるんですけど、 CPI はすごく綺麗な学校でリゾート地っていう感じのところです。ぜひこの先生と一緒にいい施設の中で勉強してみてはいかがでしょうか。以上、今日の動画でした。チャンネル登録とグッドボタンよろしくお願いいたします。それではまた次の動画でお会いしましょう。バイバイ。